Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist, and welcome. This is Rogue, and Hank's over here, and he's still camera shy, and hopefully they will not be playing while I'm filming. And how did I move this? Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so I had a lot of things going on. I did a lot of different stitching. I did some crocheting. I actually painted some. Yeah. And then this past weekend was Spring Mingle. It was fun. I didn't get to be in it a lot, not as much as I wanted, for several reasons. Friday, by the time I got off work and got something to eat, because I hadn't eaten lunch, because sometimes I forget, I was like, it's really late, signing in really late, and then I had problems with audio, but it all worked out, and I got to, I had missed all the main stage stuff, but that's okay, you know. I went into the stitching room, and I chose May the 4th be with you because, you know, Star Wars weekend. But I spent, after I signed out, because I wasn't feeling very well yesterday, so after I signed out, I just put on Star Wars stuff to watch on TV while I zoned out. Did some stitching while I was in the stitching rooms. I spent more money than I should have. I had been wanting floss drops, and the past couple of times I've gone to the attic, they didn't have any. Now, whether they have them and you know, the times I'm not there, I have no idea, because I don't go that often. And I had thought, you know, I'd like to go to the attic this weekend. Oh yeah, it's Spring Mingle. I can't do that. I would miss too much of it. So I haven't been over there. But the ones I had before I bought there, and I was hoping to get some more, they were bunnies. But in the Spring Mingle, they had swans, and I'm good. That'll work. And I just, yeah, that's kind of like ordering online. But I'd rather buy things at the attic if I could get them at the attic. So there's a couple of things I still want to get there, sort of threads and stuff. So I hope you guys had a great weekend like I did. And today is Cinco de Mayo. If I had a sombrero, I would wear a sombrero. Cinco de Mayo. You know, things like this, they use it as an excuse for drinking. And, you know, it has a purpose. It's like our 4th of July, Cinco de Mayo. And I like to try to eat tacos or something. Some burros sent me a special saying, you know, this is $5 and that is $5. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to eat any of those. I want a taco. That's a Mexican food restaurant in town that I like. But anyway, I hope you guys had as good a weekend as I did. And if you were in Spring Fling and I missed you, I am so sorry, but I didn't go around different tables to see who was in there. I just stayed in one because I wanted to get to know the people that was in there and that I was talking to. And yeah. Okay, so let's get started. First, and I have these in no particular order because I just was stacking them as I found them. So first, I'm using this thread, Fruits, the dragon fruit, to crochet a sock. I started this last weekend. Now, I only do it about an hour, maybe, a day, not every day. But this is how far I am so far. It's not quite as long as it needs to be before I turn it for the heel. And I'm excited to try to turn it for the heel. The picture here has a sock where, because this is sock weight yarn, where the heel is all white. And I was like, I don't know if it's going to work out that way. Maybe I can force the issue, but we'll see. I don't think I want to force the issue. I think I want it just to come out the way it comes out, because I've never made a sock before. And so I am going to just keep on going, and I'll make the second one the same. But if I decide I want to crochet socks again, then I'll try to force the issue there, because I would like to see what the blueberry socks look like. Now, blueberries, they're basically just blue. So I don't know that it would have seeds and stuff like that this does. And the watermelon socks. The watermelon, that's cute. It's got a band of green and then a band of red with seeds in it. They're cute. Okay, so I decided to purchase some watercolor paper and a little block of watercolors. And this is what I made. This is from a flower I bought from my dad. I keep wanting to call them hibiscus, but they're not. They're hyacinth? I don't know. My sisters corrected me. I don't remember. I saw them for sale again, and I was like, oh, I want another one. My dad carefully took care of that plant as long as he was alive after I bought it for him. And within a few weeks of his death, I managed to kill it. I should not own plants. Now, my sister, on the other hand, she can make them thrive. I should have made her do it. Oh, I forgot to say, the socks, I'm using a pattern by Olga, and I wish I could say her last name right, Poltava. The perfect fit crochet socks. And I bought them because of the controversy surrounding them that I heard online, on a YouTube channel. And I was like, this one lady doesn't like it. The designer, defended herself. I didn't go watch that lady's video because I didn't want to give her any views. But I watched about this on a different lady's channel who tried it out and said, the fit, I don't find any problem with it. I think it's a well-written pattern. And because the other lady was saying, it doesn't show you how to adjust it and all that. And it's like everywhere in there. I'm like, did you not read the pattern? So, or maybe she just likes to complain about things. I don't know. Anyway, I'm loving it. And I don't think I'm going to have the problems that lady was talking about. It's a great pattern. It's well written, easy to understand instructions, free tutorials, just all kinds of stuff. So now, I had mentioned that I want to do Blue Boom Garden by Carriage House Samplings as my June cross-stitch camp piece, but I was worrying over what fabric. I'm going to have to dye one, or I'm going to have to buy one. I'm not sure. I found this in my stash. I'm thinking of using this. It looks virtually the same on the other side. So, like maybe this corner or this corner. I'm not sure. But I think it'll work out well. I think it'll work with the colors. Yeah, is it orange? I wanted the orange. But with the amount of money I spent this weekend, I don't need to buy anything else, even if it's just Rit dye. I'm plugging away at Moonlit Moth. I have not worked on it in a few days because, well, of course I was doing spring mingle, and this is too count heavy for doing while you're trying to talk. So now normally I like to go back over and do the shiny afterward. You can see how it only comes up to here. Well, with the blue, I decided just go ahead and put it in at the same time. So I'm truly blending it. See if I could show you that shiny thread, if it shows. Can you see it? No, it doesn't really show up. It's that skinny thread right there. Anyway, I think I'm going to do that on that one just because it's so count heavy, and you know, a stitch here and then stitch over there and all that, and I think it'll just be less time consuming and less struggle, honestly. And I did some more on There's a Hare in My Garden. Now, as you recall, I'm missing part of the tip of this, so the tip of mine is going to look very different, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. And I've started doing carrots. So the carrots go up, there's 3 carrots on either side, and then the bunnies. I can't wait to do bunnies. And my temperature chart. Have I been saying who things are by? The berry is by Hands-On Design. But I designed this, and it's on our shop, Three Sisters Creative. I'm going to be posting a new version of it at the end of the year when I'm done with a true picture of what it looks like. It'll be virtually the same. I'm just trying to see if I can make it easier for people. This is where I am. May. Now, I noticed I started this 1 stitch too high. It's just going to have to be okay. So we were filming our YouTube channel while I did it. And you know, the days have been very strange. Like, you know, yesterday it was so cold. Okay, cold for me. It was 77 when it had been close to 100 or 99 or something. And it's just been doing this. And today it's supposed to be 81, which in the grand scheme of things is not terribly hot, but I'm so cold inside. When I go outside, I'll put on some shorts. Anyway, that's so far. And I had intended to put this at the beginning, but I finished Snowed in Winter by Stitching with the Housewives. This is my finish. I don't leave a lot of room on the edge because I'm just going to be pulling it over right like this. So I know that it's very close to the edge, but that doesn't bother me. If I had centered it, it would be a little bit better, but I think it'll be no problem at all. And this will be a flat finish, so I have what I need. I think it looks really good with, it's really hard to see. I think it looks really good with the metallic snowflakes. So it's supposed to have these houses. But I like the snowflakes better. So I'm real happy with that. Can't wait to finish it. FFO it. I won't be doing that for a while because all of my craft stuff, I think I might have already bought a finishing thing for it. I know I bought one for the one that's a snowman. That is a big snowman. But I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. What I don't have a finishing piece for is this. Yes, he's done. Yay! And I finished him on April 30th. Now, it's supposed to have a lot more of this half stitches down here, and I elected to leave them off because I didn't want to do them. I wanted to get the bird done. I am so pleased. I love her patterns. I just love them. That being said, her patterns are not the least challenging patterns. I purchased this. This is considered an easy pattern. It has very little back stitch on it, and it's very small. But I want you to look at that pattern. That is a lot of counting. So that is the farthest I got. I did part of one day. I had a lot of things going on that day, so I couldn't work on it the whole day. So I'm hoping I can give it another half day or so this month, but it started, and that was the whole idea. Sorry, I'm tucking these into the fold of the couch because I've got a dog on either side, and I can't put it back where I have the stack, and I don't want to put it on a dog. So this, I was going to work on Narnia, but I was using my tablet heavily for the project I chose to work on during Spring Mingle. And so I didn't want to do one that had a lot of counting. And I'm in a section where stitch something that holds the patterns. I'm sorry, my brain isn't functioning. Pattern keeper. It doesn't show the back stitching, and I'm in a section with a lot of back stitching, so it's just little spots of color, and I was like, I can't do that right now. So I decided to work on this first for this month, and I am on this pattern. And this is where I am now. Before, I had part of this line here and the little darker spots on the top. So I didn't have the lighter ones. So I've gotten a little bit of done, and I just did it 2 hours last night. Like I said, I was doing Spring Mingle. First I started the hedgehog, and then that was the first. And then I was doing Spring Mingle, so now I can go back to trying to work on the things in the pattern that I'm saying, except I keep starting new things. And they're not even the ones that are on my Whip Go. Now this was a Whip Go start for, this is TinyModerist, and it was a Whip Go start for last month, March, I don't know, earlier. And I decided it would be a lot easier to work on this. So I worked on this during Spring Mingle. I got a pretty decent amount done. I had a lot of the lighter browns, and not all the legs. So, and I didn't have that lighter color. So I got quite a bit done this weekend. And I'm gonna work on this the same way I worked on the snow globe. So that should be easy. And I bought some things and got some free patterns from Spring Mingle. And also I had purchased some fabric from another place for another reason. So when that comes in, I'll show you and I'll talk about it. I can't wait to see it. I'm hoping it comes fast. This is the pattern I purchased. Boomerang stitches, and it's called Ruby-Throated Hummingbird. I just love the style. Well, and of course, I really like birds. I like to look at birds, but they don't like me. My former father-in-law's cockatiel used to pick at me and peck at me and was mean to me. He wasn't mean to him. I never heard it talk, but I was like, maybe not so much. And then his turkey used to chase me around the backyard and jump at me with his little claws like that. Not little, it was a big bird. It was half my size. And I think it can tell that I'm afraid. They can tell. I don't know. Something. He wouldn't chase my ex-husband, just me. I don't know why. Anyway, I love the pattern. And I think she's going to be one of my favorite artists. She doesn't have tons and tons and tons of stuff up. But she has an Etsy shop, Boomerang Stitches. And I went and checked it out, and I was like, I could see myself doing a lot of these. But I'm going to try to get my stash down before I can. Yeah, you can see. I downloaded one of her free patterns. Bird Nerd, or you can do it as Bird Herd. So I downloaded both versions. And I stapled something to this that shouldn't be stapled. So I downloaded both versions of this. I don't think they're both in here. I think it's just, she puts a black and white version and a color version. And I didn't put this in Pattern Keeper because I just never got around to it yesterday. But I'm probably going to have the same issues with that as I have with the hummingbird one. That the first time I put it in, it said it was only one stitch. There's a lot more than one, color. It's a lot more than one color. So I had to do it again, and it has to, do the whole thing. And then I had to adjust the pattern because it didn't put the little squares, on one part of the pattern. It's over 2 pages. And I'm like, it might be just easier just to do it on paper. Because once I got it in there, it has the black and white version. It has it as color. and technically I guess I have the things on the black and white version, but all the threads came in this time. But it won't highlight the color ones if I had. I don't like it. I want it to highlight the color ones. But I can work with it the way it is, so I don't know. We'll see. I like using Pattern Keeper instead of, if I have a digital pattern, rather than using this pattern, I would prefer doing the digital pattern. Now, this was the free pattern for Spring Mingle. It's very small. One girl, she actually lives in Yuma here in Arizona. She did it while we were sitting there talking. She finished it. She finished something else, and she started this, and I don't see the color thing. I must have mixed it into one of the others. Or I didn't print it. I don't know. I'll have to look at it. But it's very small because I can't imagine it would be very big. If I mixed it into a color one, it would be the Bird Nerd pages. Sorry about all the flipping. I got them all mixed up when I was printing them, because I foolishly printed them one right after the other. So I'll have to go back and print the pages on that out again. No, I don't have it. This is just... Oh, and I have a Ruby Throated Hummingbirds page in here. And I stapled all this. Well. So, that is everything I have, I think. I'm so scatterbrained, I don't know what anything is, where everything is. I do think I want to start this and do it relatively quickly if I have all the threads and a fabric I want to use. Just because I enjoyed the Spring Mingle so much. That was by Stitchy Prose. I don't know if the bird is a lavender grower or what. I have no idea. But just look at that bird. He's sewing. He's stitching. So is he stitching the flowers in? Is that what he's doing? He might be. It's so cute. And I know you don't really care what the stitch size is, but I'm all like, wait a minute. It is 67 by 56. Not big. And I am missing 2 pages of it. No, I'm not. How come when I looked at it, I couldn't find it? You see what kind of day I'm having? You'd think. Anyway, I have to commend Lindy Stitches and everybody else that goes into making these virtual events and the onslaught of virtual gatherings like this, even if it's just Zoom meetings of people, like I know that many people are like, on a particular day, if you do this pattern, you can come and join us and do this, or, stuff like that, Zoom meetings of stitchers, rather than getting together in a physical place. This is fantastic because that allows people who are otherwise housebound or live out where going to retreats physically is difficult, and it gives them the kind of camaraderie of stitching together. But I was thinking about, Zoom technology was available for some time before COVID hit, but it became popular use where everybody had to use it for some reason or another, a doctor's visit, what have you, during COVID. COVID took so much from my life. My mother died of COVID, but it also gave me so much. Because I had to stay home, that final year of my mom's life, I spent it virtually all day with her. And it gave me that. And it has given us this wonderful virtual world where we can be together even though we're miles apart. So I really appreciate all the work that went into doing Spring Mingle and the other events like that, and all the others that are using Zoom technology to do virtual meetings of stitchers. I think it's great. I mean, meeting in person's great. You don't really know anyone until you talk to them in person like that, unless you talk to them every day. And or every week, once a week, getting together. And I think it's healthy for us stitchers to be able to have that interaction with each other and get to know people from all over the world, basically. Anyway, enough said, and that is all for today, and I hope to see you again next week, and hopefully I will not be as scattered in what I'm doing. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.